Hello, I am Professor Kalpesh Patel, Electrical Engineering Department from the Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. Our subject is Bioelectronics of the BE 3rd year 5th sem and the subject code is 3140915. Our second chapter name is DC to DC converter switching voltage regulators. And this is the flow of contents: linear voltage regulator, concept of switching voltage regulators, operation principle of DC to DC converter like buck converter, boost converter and buck boost converter, and various control techniques of the output voltage control. In previous lecture we completed the various control techniques for the output voltage controls. And next topic is concept of CCM and DCM. CCM, that means continuous conduction mode, and discontinuous conduction mode, which is already covered with the different DC to DC converter like buck converter with continuous conduction mode and discontinuous conduction mode, boost converter with continuous conduction mode and discontinuous conduction mode, buck boost converter with continuous conduction mode and discontinuous conduction mode. So this topic is already covered with the different types of the DC to DC converters. So in this lecture we will conduct the closed loop control for voltage regulations. In previous lecture we studied how to control the output voltage. The equation of the output voltage is V0 equal to alpha V in. So if we assume that input voltage is constant, so to change the output voltage we have to change the alpha. Alpha is the duty ratio, which is defined as the T on time divided by total time. So if we increase the on time, we can increase the output voltage. First case, consider the duty cycle of 25%. That means out of the 100%, the 25% of the time is on time. So this is the on time. This is 25% on time and remaining 75% is off time. So from this diagram we can say that it is the 25% duty cycles. So the output voltage is the 25% of the input voltage. If we consider the input voltage is 5 volts, so the output voltage is the 25% of the input voltage is input voltage of 5 volts. So the output voltage is 1.25 volts. So if we consider the average value of this pulse, it becomes this. It is magnitude is 1.25 volts. If we increase the duty cycles from 25% to 50%, 50% indicates that on time is half and the off time is half. That means 50% is on time and 50% is off time. So the output voltage is the 50% of the input voltage, and input voltage is 5 volts. So the output voltage is 50%, that means 2.5 volts. The average voltage of output is 2.5 volts. If we further increase the duty cycles from 50% to 75%, that means the 75% is on time and 25% is off time. So if we consider the input voltage is 5 volts, so the output voltage is 75% of the input voltage. So it is the like this value, and it is the magnitude is 3.75 volts. If we increase the duty cycle from 75% to 100%, that means the off time is 0. The switch remain continuous on, so the output voltage is 100%. That means 5 volts. If duty cycle is 0, output voltage is 0. So by changing the duty cycle we can change the output voltage or control the output voltage. So this is known as the PWM timing diagram, and this is the average value of these pulses. Now we understand what is the closed loop control of the DC to DC converters. So this is the closed loop control block diagram. Here we consider the application of chopper drives is the DC motors. Suppose we have to change the speed of the motor, or we have to maintain the speed constants. So by changing the output voltage of the chopper, we can change the speed of the desired speed of the motor. If we have to maintain the constant speed of the DC motor, we have to maintain the constant output voltage of the chopper. If there is a variation in input voltage, so there is a change in the output voltage, which will change the speed of the motor. But we have to maintain the constant speed of the DC motor. We have to maintain the constant output voltage of the chopper, irrespective of the input voltage. So this is closed loop control of the DC to DC converter, which maintain the constant output voltage by comparing two signals. First one is the output of the chopper, and one is a triangular wave. As we all know, the PWM pulses which is obtained by the triangular wave by comparing the triangular wave and one DC reference signal. Here the one DC reference signal is the output voltage. So by comparing the output voltage and triangular wave, we can generate the PWM pulses. So by changing the width of the PWM pulses, we can change the output of the chopper voltage. So this is the here we consider this is a triangular wave which is generated by the ramp oscillators, and one DC reference signals. This is constant magnitude DC reference signal which is sensed by the voltage sensor, and these two signals are compared with the comparator. So at the output side of the comparator we get this kind of the pulses. So by changing the reference signals, we can change the pulse width. So we can, by changing the pulse width which is given to the chopper, so here we get the controlled output voltage. So this is the basic block diagram of the closed loop control block diagram. First consider that we have to maintain the constant speed of the DC motor irrespective of the change in the input voltage. Here suppose we have to maintain constant speed of the DC motor, we have to maintain constant output voltage VO, which is the output of the chopper, equal to alpha V in. So the output voltage is a function of the duty cycle and the input voltage. Here input voltage is V in, which is given to the input side of the chopper. Suppose we have to maintain the constant speed of the DC motor, we have to maintain constant output voltage. Suppose input voltages vary from some minimum value to the maximum value. Suppose it is the 230 volt to 50 volt. So we have to decrease the magnitude of the duty cycle to maintain the constant 230 volts. Suppose the output voltage is 230 volt, which is the desired output, but if input voltage is increased from 230 volt to 250 volt, so the output voltage also increase. So to maintain the constant output voltage VO, we have to decrease the duty cycles. So this decreased duty cycle which is obtained by comparing these two signals. One is the output voltage sensed by by comparing the triangular wave. So by decreasing, now we consider how to decrease the duty cycles. So to understand this, we have understand this diagram. This is the triangular wave which is generated by the ramp oscillators, and this is the output voltage of the chopper. So we have suppose output voltage is increased, so this increase from this value to this value. First we understand how PWM pulse is generated. comparator plus is given to the triangular wave and minus given to the output voltage. So whenever the magnitude of the triangular wave is higher than this value, pulse output of comparator is high. So if we extend this point, so these points, so after this point, output of the triangular wave is higher than the reference signal. So here we get the higher value on state of the comparator. As the triangular wave magnitude of triangular wave decrease from this reference value, the output is 0. Further increase the magnitude of the triangular wave, we get the higher positive pulses. Suppose the output voltage is increased. So to decrease the output voltage, we have to decrease the pulse width of the chopper. So output voltage decrease. So if we extend this point, so now the pulse width is this. So this will reduce the output voltage. If input voltage is increased, pulse width is decreased. So pulse width is decreased, the output voltage is decreased. In second case, if the output voltage is input voltage is decreased from 230 volt to some lower value, so the output of the chopper also decrease. If we so we have to increase the duty cycles, that means on time increase. So this will increase, extend this point and this point extend. So now the pulse width is this, so which is the higher than the previous value. That means the output of the chopper will increase. So by comparing the triangular wave and one reference signals, we can maintain the constant output voltage of the chopper. So here we get at this point VO, which is the constant value irrespective of the change in the input voltage within the some range. So we get the constant speed of the DC motor. Now consider the second case. The application of DC motor which is used in industry. We need various speed of the DC motor for different types of applications. So by changing the, in these situations, this portion is removed from the output side. So here the one reference signal is given by the externally. So by changing this value, we can change the pulse width. If we increase the reference value, output voltage is also increased, which will increase the speed of the DC motor. If we decrease the reference value, we reference, this will decrease the pulse width and finally decrease the output voltage. So by setting the desired value of the reference voltage, we can change the speed of the DC motor. Now the GTU question. First one is to give the block diagram for a closed loop speed control of a DC drives. Explain working of each blocks. So in this question you have to draw the block diagram and explain the each block. First one is a chopper in which one switch is connected in series with the input and the output. This is the triangular generator which generates the triangular waves at higher frequency, and this is the voltage sensor which sends the output voltage, and the output of the voltage sensor is given to the comparators, and comparator compares these two values. One is the triangular wave and one is the output voltage, and by according to the output voltage, comparator generates the PWM pulses at desired pulse width. So here we get the desired output voltage. And explain working of each blocks. This will maybe asked in your G2 examination for the 7 marks. So we completed the closed loop control for voltage regulations. So in next lecture we will conduct the isolated converters like forward converter and flyback converters. Isolated converter, that means it isolates the two circuits, output circuit and input circuits. In previous further converter like a buck converter, boost converter, buck boost converter, which is known as the non-isolated converter, because the input and output are not electrically isolated. But in flyback converter and forward converter, which is the electrically isolated, so these two converters are known as the isolated converters. So in previous lecture we will conduct forward converter. Thank you.